everyone and welcome back to my channel. I've seen these kinds of videos circulating YouTube and I found myself not agreeing with most of them. As you can see from the title, this video will discuss shipping in K-pop. I am using a robot voice because I feel uncomfortable using my own voice online. Anyways, in this video, we'll be discussing 5 types of shipping. If you are offended by topics like this or you'd like to leave a homophobic comment, I recommend you click off this video right now because I will not be tolerating anything harmful in the comment section. If you still feel like leaving those harmful opinions, they will be deleted. Now, let's get right into the topic. Shipping is very popular in K-pop. Many groups have their popular ships, the ones that people usually hype up the most and interact with the most. Now I am not educated about all of the ships in every group I stan, but I think I've seen enough to form my own opinion. When it comes to me, I enjoy the interactions between ships because they make me feel comfortable with my sexuality. 1. Enjoying/liking the interactions between two members. The shippers I'm discussing in this topic are the ones who only have a favorite duo, but they don't believe they are dating or just simply don't want to make assumptions. I also think that it's important to clear up that making jokes like Jikook married and making girlfriends is completely fine. It's not to be taken seriously. I've also seen people getting angry over things like saying BTS gay. What's there to be offended about? It's not a bad thing and it's not harming anyone. I understand the view of how people think that Korean media could pick the issue up, but I think it's unlikely as these are just harmless jokes between the LGBTQ+ community that make us comfortable. It's not assuming, but saying that being heterosexual is the norm and that the idols are straight just because they've talked about the opposite sex, is assuming. Well, let me tell you something. Just because these idols talk about men or women, that doesn't mean they are heterosexual. This is what's accepted in Korea, and if they do something that could indicate that they aren't, they could get backlash. It could ruin their career. This is what's expected of them. There are too many homophobic fans from whom they might be scared of losing. Regardless of this, many groups show support for the LGBTQ community. All in all, loving the interactions between a certain duo is not wrong, and neither is it wrong to have a favorite one. This kind of shipping is completely harmless. 2. Shipping between idol groups, aka shipping boy group members with girl group members. Now, this is something that bugs me and I usually see it between younger fans. I think the source of this is Instagram and the compilations on YouTube. I used to be a part of this when I was in my early teens and I regret it. I think it's important to discuss that just because a female idol has a conversation with a male idol, that doesn't mean they are dating. Neither does it mean dating when they wear similar clothing, nor when they collab, and nor when they look in each other's direction. I could go on. I think these kinds of ships are ridiculous and some fans accept these more than ships from the same group. It is not impossible for people from different groups to date, we've seen cases like that. For example, Momo and Teachul. In these cases, it's important not to push them to come out if they don't feel like it and let them handle their relationship privately if that's what they choose to do. Overanalyzing simple moments is wrong and could hurt the friendship between two members. This goes for every ship, not just these. I think we can feel free to say that some of the posts about these girl group and boy group ships are ridiculous, and some are just shipped because people think that these idols match the ideal type of each other. Something I've noticed is that minors are often shipped with adults, which is just extremely wrong. You shouldn't ship a child with an adult. It's weird and disturbing. 3. Believing that members are together. I've seen very mixed opinions about this. These are the shippers who are often called delulu, a word that is supposed to mean delusional. You might stone me for this, but I personally don't see what's wrong with it when it's between boundaries. Boundaries mean that we don't push it into members' faces, we don't overanalyze the littlest shit, accept that your ship may not be true even though you personally believe it is, and don't bring down the bond between other members. I often see the fights between Jikookers and Taekookers on Twitter, which in my opinion are just absolutely stupid. It's often with someone saying something problematic and suddenly the whole community gets the same problematic label. I beg you all non-shippers to stop calling shippers delusional for the smallest things. I beg you all to stop joking about mental illness, too. As someone who has friends with that, and I've also gone through certain problems, it's extremely offensive and ableist. I don't care if you don't find it offensive. If someone with a mental illness asks you to stop, then you should stop if you're a decent human being. If they go too far, they deserve to be called out. But when shippers just bring up an actual moment and discuss it with each other, there's nothing wrong with that. And let me tell you, not acknowledging that a certain moment happened between two members, which is just right in front of your eyes, downgrades their bond. Even if it doesn't match your beautiful cotton candy unicorn pink universe, it's still there. Now I love both Jungkook and Taekook equally, but some of the shippers just make me want to slam my head to a wall. I think it's important we discuss who are those shippers I'm talking about. It's the ones who hate and bring down one member, calling them an attention seeker just to justify their ship. This often happens with Taehyung, who is portrayed as a third wheel, and Jimin, who is portrayed as someone who is annoying. Some people even came up with the belief that Jungkook is there to hide Taekook and that Jungkook apparently is uncomfortable with Jimin. Even some YouTubers still push this last one, and it is very harmful to baby armies. These accusations aren't true. All of the members love each other. I need to call out one shipper exactly. Their name goes by Taekook_lives. The content they post on their YouTube channel is extremely dangerous for the boys. They've been called out for being a Jimin anti, using Jungkook as a toy, and being toxic a while ago. I beg you all, do not send them any hate but block and report. They also gain money from these videos, which is absolutely disgusting. I will leave an explanation thread of their behavior in the description. I'm sure these things happen in other fandoms, too. Sometimes it happens that these ships are pushed into the faces of members and people ask for their justification. These often happen between V lives. It's disgusting, and I wish these comments would just stop. You're making the boys uncomfortable. I also beg you all to stop coming for people's AUs. Those are pure fiction, and if you don't agree with something, you can ignore and leave. But stop making accusations without even reading the actual writing of the person. 4. Toxic non-shippers. It came to my knowledge that during the last 3 concerts of the Speak Yourself tour, some armies were messaging Big Hit to stop some kind of business gay performance. Guess who were they targeting? They were targeting Jimin and Jungkook. They were emailing Big Hit Entertainment, asking them to stop the moments between these two members because apparently it made the public uncomfortable, which is far from the truth, because from as far as I remember, everybody was sharing their moments. As I've mentioned, calling non-harmful shippers delusional is rude. You have the block button, it's there for a reason. There's no need for you to be rude and ruin someone's mental health. Also, please acknowledge that you don't know the relationship between a duo, so stop acting as if you know them personally. You don't, and neither do shippers. If you hate on moments between a certain ship, I don't think that means you love all the members equally. And this doesn't just count for armies. Also, saying things like their future partner is sometimes weird to me. How do you know they want a relationship at all? 5. The ones who ship idols with themselves. Do I even have to elaborate on why this is wrong? I'm talking to the delusionals here. The chance of you marrying or dating your favorite idol is 1 in a million. Life is not a Wattpad fanfiction. If you ship yourself with idols but don't accept the moments between ships, then you are just as harmful as the toxic shippers. Stop acting like you're so different when you fantasize about your upper leading you down the aisle. If you are offended, I am sorry. But if the shoe fits, then go put it on. Alright, I think it's important to clear up that all this is my opinion. If you don't agree with me, cool. We can have a respectful discussion in the comment section if you're up for it. Right now I'd like to take a few moments and discuss what's happening in the world right now. Different minorities, ethnic, and religious groups are struggling with their rights, and some people are dying because of bad circumstances caused by war. I will leave some links for petitions and donations in the comment section. I ask you to please sign those petitions, and if you are able, please donate. You might not be able to get coffee for one day, but other people could die the next day because they don't have food. About this, I ask you to be respectful. Thank you for watching, and see you in another video. You